part of the spirit of truth, a connection to your future, a procedure known as Kothar. Kothar is equivalent to a river of divine knowing, knowing that never cease. I possess important information to change the world of the woman in these last times. These last times are for those who will not renew their soul. The renewing process is very easy and was spoken about from all the many prophets that proved our higher knowing. These prophets came to those that they could speak to, those who knew their language, those whose hearts who was not hardened by the ills of society, those who had a chance to renew themselves. It was as easy as that. The words linked up to the manifestation of creation. The energy was giving out like free samples. The procedure is not seen and can now be easily made plain. This is what is called New School, or New School. As New School, I was chosen to transform and learn of your capture while living in this country called America. You were systematically forced to release yourself from your higher self. This is what is referred to as your birthright. Through a system of brain contamination, programs of inferiority, you have settled for a lifestyle that goes against your health, your divine powers of the mind, and the performance of your great godly nature, by those agents who are referred to as disagreeables in the writing of the first master teachers. The second birth that I speak about is a procedure of my higher power taking over. Energy that cannot be destroyed, it can only be altered. The opening of the crown chakra is when the top of your head opens to receive in Holy Spirit. This was done to many people. Many of you have been led to believe that you are crazy. What happened is that you are living inside a maze. This maze is like a box. It has a perimeter, like the cells in your body and the skin. Each has sections of thickness and flexibility. You are living in an area that is monitored by the letters NEWS. You have been convinced that these alphabets put in this order represents information that is good for you. This news is again said to be something that is originally or new. All those are word plays and lies that are kept up by what you call the media. The media is from the word meditate, or midi or middle. It represents all theories from the word theo, which means God or dirty. I hope that I'm not going too fast for you. The news media control your thinking through fear. This fear is spoken about in the word we, at which is called weather. The weather and its vocabulary word speaks about the atmosphere. The word atmosphere is said to be atmosphere, the surrounding areas of its citizens. You could be in the country or the city, the suburbs, the city. All has its boundaries. These boundaries are north, east, west, and south, and is associated by the word news. The news, the boundaries, the areas of control, and the information of programming for the fear factor of living in a controlled capitalistic society, keeping you at most fear, what they call atmosphere. As you are now learning from these writings that many of your leaders did their best that they could to hide. It is now New School's time to clear up the vision of love, to keep those who are chosen and born again alive, to re-educate all lost souls so that you will be in the will of the Elohim. So you will be and continue to have a chance to survive in this beast that is you call America. The instructions of being agreeable to the words of love, Hua, was giving out to every man, boy, woman, and girl. The sick and the lame, the retarded, the mentally ill was also given a chance. For New School was at many places at many times to make sure the word was given out for all to have. But only the true and the chosen will keep the spirit inside their heart. The spirit is the energies that make you whole. This feeling is a purification of the heart. The heart is the midpoint to your total self. The heart is checked out by the spirit. And if your heart is mostly good, you will have a chance to get a purification. This checking will take a minute. It may even take some months, and for some even years for the cleansing. What happens is that when you become chosen, you start to see things from another light. The true light that shines in everyone. But those who are not willing to change will not be able to use the light. Just as these words on this page, or the sounds that you hear, is not for everyone, but it's for those who have a dual personality. The word person is a short way of saying personification. The personification is a wave of energy transforming and taking over your body. The body that you have is hollow. This hollow shell is for the spirit to come into you and get a service rendered on earth. This service is called deeds when it is accounted for in the eyes of man. After the spirit or energy leaves a body, its personification or person is now called dead. In this unknown to many, the process of death. Death is you have finished your assignment on earth. For some people, they never have a direct or a derek which way to live out their energies. Some of the living dead who are decoys for you to be not like them. The heart is the midpoint of your vehicle that you call a body. The spirit came to the chamber of the heart to give you a foundation of truth and love. The truth has been described by a man called the New Doctor. The New Yoke or the New York. His deeds was to plant the seeds so I could water them. These seeds are you. And you are now waking up to the many realities in front of you. You have been lied to by those you have given your trust. Your good health is now bad from the knowingly mistakes that you have willingly chosen. This is the reason why you need to stop, look, and learn your rightful position in this earth. To look at the world with the mission of caring. The thoughts of man, who is supposed to be the ruler of this planet, has gone wrong. Programming of his brain is cut short. False reality has allowed the man on this planet to imagine images that are not real. True facts will be given to those who have borne witness to the vision that the Most High has put in each body. Those who learn from my connection to the mind will become rulers. All rulers are men, all leaders are womb men.